Well, 1 yard and a ton of finds. Well, welcome to Finding America. It is finally Thursday, and it is so great to see you here. Now, I did want to take a brief moment to thank all of you out there that have been so supportive and enthusiastic about my Favorite Find Sunday. Now, I really have been blown away by your comments, and I enjoy reading them so much. And it's just great to know that you're enjoying seeing some of my favorite finds from the past 40 years. Now, for those of you who haven't checked it out yet, every Sunday afternoon, I choose a find that's just one of my favorite finds. Not only do I show you the find, but I also tell you the story of how it was discovered and the history of the piece. So after this video, I'd really appreciate it if you went over to the community page of this channel and check out some of the finds that have been previously featured. Now, this week's hunt, it takes place at a new permission that I got while I was hunting an old permission. I was graciously invited to hunt the yard of a Victorian home right across the street. And although I didn't find a whole lot there because of fill dirt, I was also able to hunt the yard next door. Well, it quickly became apparent to me that I was not the first one to have ever hunted this yard, but there were signals everywhere. It seems the person that came before me just hunted the high tones and the coin signals and left the low tone and mid tones behind. And I have to say, I think this yard is a perfect example of why you should always try to dig it all. Now, I found so many things, so many cool things, one after another, while I hunted this yard, that I really wanted to fit them all into this video so you could see exactly what I was experiencing while hunting this place. So this is going to be a pretty much straight up metal detecting video, and I have to say I had so much fun, and I really hope you enjoy seeing what I recovered. Well, I think I got something really good in the hole, and it's my first good target. About the fourth hole I've dug. Got a few pieces of regular scrap metal and garbage, but then I got a repeatable 19 signal, and it was enough to make me dig, and I'm glad I did because I finally got it out on the drop cloth, and it is a coin, and I'm thinking it's going to be an Indian. Oh, it's definitely green, that's for sure. Oh, it is an Indian. Wow, what a way to start your day. Oh yeah, pretty good shape too. Trying to see, I'll tell you what, I'm going to clean this up and I'll be right back. Well, there she is, and I broke into the 1800s with the first coin, 1883. You gotta love that. There's the backside. Well, I was hunting across the street where I found that Indian, and a nice neighbor came up and gave me permission to hunt their backyard here. And my first good target was ringing in about a 20. And I believe I have what remains of a toy gun. There's one side of the barrel. And there's the rest of the gun. Looks like it's deteriorated quite a bit, but very cool old cap gun. Well, this next thing was giving me a 17, and this is what I got. It appears to be like a lid. It may have had a piece of glass here. I'm not sure. But as you can see, it has some pretty nice detail on it around the edges. Definitely an old piece, turn of the century. So, pretty cool. Maybe part to a compact or something else. I'm just not sure. Well, I really hunted that first yard very hard. I found a few older things along the outside edges of the yard, but the rest of the yard, all I found was clad coins and pull tabs. And it quickly became apparent to me that that yard at some time in the past had seen quite a bit of fill dirt. Now, it was pretty disappointing for me because I really wanted to find something cool to give the homeowners that had given me permission to hunt their yard. But sometimes it's just not going to happen. So I made the decision to go ahead and head over to the yard next door. I have to say, that was a really good decision. Well, next signal was giving me a 15. Didn't have to go down very far, maybe 3-4 inches. And I popped something out on my drop cloth, and I think I know what it is. I think it's a part to a very old watch. Little wrist watch. That is pretty cool. So I moved over to this yard over here, and I got a 28 to 30, and check this out. It was underneath this tree root here, but it's a picture frame. I have never found one of these before. Very old. Look at the little handle on top. How cool is that? Yeah. Well, that's a first for me. Never found a picture frame before. Well, next signal of 13, dug down, sitting right at the bottom of the plug. Another garter clip. It's very cool. Even has the piece that swivels on top. So very nice. Well, I think I have something good in the hole again. Was getting a 19 signal. I dug down about 7 inches. Popped up some dirt on the drop cloth, but then I looked down the hole and check it out. I'm thinking it may be an Indian with those numbers. I'll tell you what, I've been having some good luck with the Indians lately. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this. It feels light. But, yeah, it's an Indian all right. I can see the headdress. That should be the rear side. Boy, it feels light though. Yep, 1 cent. I'll tell you what, let me get this cleaned up. That's incredible. Last week I found 2 Indians, and today 2 Indians. I'm not going to complain about that. Well, I'll tell you what, this one's going to take some cleaning, but I believe I can make out 1898 on it. So another 1800s Indian head. Very happy with that. I'll tell you what, it was just a couple seconds ago. I dug the Indian right here, and I got a 15 dug down, and check it out. I can already see it. I got a buffalo. Nothing like 2 Indians. Wow, that is awesome. It wasn't 2 seconds later and I get a buffalo nickel. I'll tell you what, let me get this cleaned up and see if I have a date on it. I think there might be. So that is awesome. Indian head and a buffalo nickel right next to each other. Well, it's a little bit hard to see, but I am pretty sure I can see a 1925 on it. And I'll show you the other side. I'll tell you what, 2 awesome finds right in a row. Gotta love it. Well, I'll tell you what, it's only been like a minute since I got that buffalo. And I came up a little closer to his house here. Getting a 17 to 19 signal, had to go really deep for it. Probably 7 inches. Check it out. You see that? I think I have a toy soldier. I don't know. I just grabbed the camera. I think it's a lead figure of some type. Oh man, that is awesome. I think I don't know, he's got a sword. Wow. I'll tell you what, let me get this brushed off. How cool is that? It's a lead. Oh man, I love digging these. So let's see what this one is. I'll be right back. Well, there he is. I'll tell you, what a great surprise find. You're just not expecting that. And it's still kind of hard to tell what he is. He has like a bandana hanging around his neck. And I don't know if he's holding a sword or a rope. I'm not sure. But it is pretty darn awesome. Very cool old lead toy. So I'll get you a better picture of it right about now. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just working real close to the house here. I got another old toy, and this time a very cool toy car. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. It is awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Wow. Maybe it's a Tootsie. I haven't seen this one. But check that out. Oh, I'm so stoked to have that. That is awesome. Toy soldier, and now this. It's a gull wing door. Just not sure what kind of car it is. But let me get it cleaned up and I'll be right back. But woohoo! I'll tell you what, I'm liking this backyard. Well, there he is. That is sweet. Looks like it has a little bit of damage to it. It's missing one of the windshield pillars here. But it is a Tootsie. And check it out, it has like a racing number on the front nose. Looks like a 5 or a 6. That thing is awesome. Oh, that is one cool Tootsie. Alright, man. That is so cool. I got a Tootsie toy last week too. Oh, love digging these. Well, this hole was giving me a 14 and I finally got it out. It's kind of neat. It's a small little compact. But check it out. It still has the little applicator inside. It says Tangy Rouge. Well, look at that. Little small one. But pretty well preserved. It's pretty awesome. Well, this next signal was giving me a high tone. I dug down about 5-6 inches and I pulled this out. Let's see if I can. There we go. And it's got a little hole at the top. It's aluminum, but on this side there's a ton of writing. So I've got to get this cleaned up a little bit, and I will be right back with it. But another pretty interesting find. So I'll be right back and we'll see what it says on this side. Well, it's another very cool item. It says Maytag. I got a dog next door. He's not cooperating with my filming. But it says Maytag aluminum washer. If it doesn't sell itself, don't keep it. The other side seems to be blank, but pretty cool. I'll get it cleaned up some more and give you a better picture of it. But hey, another cool find. Well, got another cool find right up against this old tree, and I popped it out. It was giving me a 16. I popped it out. Check it out. Very old 2-hole sew-on button with the sunflower design, I guess. How cool is that? I like that. Well, I was getting a 13 on this signal, and I dug down, and surprise, surprise, we have a bit of a utensil here. I'm going to take my digger and try to free it up a little bit. And it should pop out now. Hey, another spoon. Gotta love that. So, very cool. I'll have to get it cleaned up and we'll see what it looks like, but I always like digging the spoons. I got a 17 and it just surprised the heck out of me, even though I know I find them here. But look what's down in the bottom of this hole. Yeah, way down too. See that? That is a Civil War bullet. Oh baby. And we're talking like 8 inches. Check it out. Oh, I am so thrilled with that. It surprised me. Oh, that is awesome. So, very cool, because this neighborhood was also the scene of a running battle during the Civil War. And there is one of the bullets. Oh, that is so cool. I'll tell you what, it's definitely a fun day. Well, this signal was giving me a 19. Check it out. I've been cleaning it up a little bit, but it was just sitting in the bottom of the hole like this. And it is going to be a Colgate's Palmolive shave cream token, 10 cents off. And the back has all kinds of the conditions and everything for the grocer. So very cool little item, early 1900s. Yeah, it's missing the corner, but still a great find. Well, this hole was giving me a nice signal, 2324. Turned out it was in the plug just a few inches down. And check it out, I got a thimble. And this may be an advertising thimble. I think I see something on it. Probably Tennessee Life Insurance. We dig a lot of those here. but that is very cool. Yeah, it's smushed, but still, it's a thimble. Well, this next target was running up really high, 28, and this soil is really sandy. I was thinking maybe it was a little fill, a little disappointed in that, but actually, check it out. You can see the tip of it here. It popped out, and I grabbed the camera because I have an old toy car again, and this one is awesome. I think it's a Tootsie toy, but it's a big Tootsie toy. Look at that. Oh, that is awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I'm going to get this cleaned up a little bit, give you a better look at it, but just, I absolutely love this toy car. Well, check that one out. That is incredible. Oh, I love this one. That's just awesome, awesome. So, I will clean it up a lot better when I get back home, but look, all 4 wheels and tires so far hanging in there. So, that's a great find. Well, this next signal was really solid, high tone, 2728 duck down. Boy, I wish I had the whole car of this one. At the front end of a very cool vintage toy car. Well, I got another great target, bringing pretty high, 23, and check it out. It's a compact and it's complete, top and bottom, but it has a really cool design on the front, little chevron pattern, and I'm looking forward to cleaning this one up to see if it has a manufacturer on it to help me date it, but I definitely would put it early 1900s, 20s, 30s. Wow, I cannot believe I got another token. This one was ringing in at 22, and it's another one of those square tokens from Colgate, but this one's a little different. It says good for 10 cents off of the purchase price of Colgate's Ribbon Dental Cream. So how cool is that? And I'll tell you what, that's amazing. I find these every once in a while, but I've never found 2 in one hunt. That's pretty awesome. Well, I think I got something pretty neat in this hole. Ringing in at a 16 and dug down about 4 inches, and it popped out on my drop cloth just like that. And I think I have some sort of very early Victorian jewelry. Let me give it a wipe here. I think it may be a pendant. Tell you what, let me get this sprayed down and cleaned up, but oh, it's very pretty. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure what this is. I imagine it could have been a pin, but check it out. Look at the design on this. How cool is that? That is gorgeous. I'll tell you. That's why I dig it all. Most people would think that's just going to be a pull tab, and a lot of times it would be. But I'll tell you what, every once in a while, it's something really cool. So, I can't say it enough. Dig every signal. Well, check out these amazing pieces of china that came out of one of the holes. I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful piece. It looks to be a serving platter or a bowl, but boy, that thing was amazing. I only wish that one was whole, and those were all the pieces I could find. So, just wanted to share that with you. It was a really pretty piece. Well, next signal gave me a 21 and 22. Dug down, and it was a lid, and I went ahead and brushed it off, and it's an old time, probably 1910 era face cream lid. I can't make out the name of it quite yet. I think it starts with an N. It's just a little difficult to read right now. But pretty cool period piece, and wanted to share that one with you. Well, I am hunting under this bush here, and I just got a really nice signal, 13, and only a couple inches down. And I see I do have a nickel in the ground. So I just grabbed the camera and we'll see what this is together. Oh, check it out. I can already see buffalo. Man, that's awesome. 2 buffaloes now and 2 Indians. Yeah, that is really good. And it's got a pretty thick coat of grime on it. So I'm going to toothpick this and see if I can get a year, and I will be right back. Well, you're probably not going to be able to see too much. I just cleared enough away from the date, and I'll tell you what, it's an early one. It's a 2nd year buffalo, 1914. So, great coin. Hopefully it'll clean up. Definitely has a lot of years of grime on it, but I am very happy to have gotten that one. Well, I have something very cool in the hole here. It was giving me a 23, sometimes a 24. I popped the plug and this is just how it's at. Check this out. It sure looks silver to me, but it's a knob. You see the flower pattern around the edge here. I might pull this out here. Wow. I can see a monogram, an E, an M. That's all I can make out. Yeah, I do believe this is sterling silver. It could be the a knob to a cane, a top to a cane, or I don't think it's a knob. I don't see how it would fasten, but it does kind of look like the top to a walking cane or something. But my gosh, that thing is beautiful. Well, I will get it cleaned up when I get home and give you a better picture of it. But man, that is an awesome find. Well, I think there's 2 important things to take away from this episode. Always try to dig it all, and just because someone has hunted a place before you, never assume it's all hunted out. Well, I had a great time and I hope you enjoyed this episode. But don't go away just yet. I have some amazing historical photos coming up in just a few seconds, and I hope you'll stick around for those. And this week, the historical photos depict Americans long ago just having fun. And remember, it's history that makes that find a treasure. And I cannot wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.